Yo, Bafetu. It's your boy Somnyama, your mentor Bafetu, and welcome, Bafetu. This session is for clarity, Bafetu. This session is for you to ask anything that you've always wanted to ask. I'm gonna give every one of you a stage to ask whatever you're gonna ask, and I'm gonna clarify anything that you wanna ask, anything that you are confused with. I'm here for you today. That thing that you've always asked in the group, ask it here now. This is you. Hello, mama. Sorry guys. I'm still in a meeting. I'll call you when I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sharply.
Okay. Sure.
Hmm. Guys, as I said, sorry about that. Yeah, let's get back to this. As I said, Buffett, I'm gonna give everyone the stage to ask whatever you wanna ask. Right. I'm gonna every one of you, whoever wants to ask anything, but because this is all about that, right? I'm gonna give you clarity. Now, without wasting any time, let's start with it. Whoever wants to ask any question, one of you, one. Don't fight to no.
Sure, mentor.
Yes, I'm here.
How's this, bro?
Ah, woman, wonderful.
Nice, man. I was wondering, man. I think it was last month. You said we're gonna open a family account.
Yes.
So this one. Yeah, can you update me about that?
Okay, no, a familiar account. Remember that I did send my banking details. I did tell everyone. Some did give me the account right now is sitting. I think two people already paid. The other one paid 200. The other one paid like I think it's 100 rand. Yeah. So the account, I've already created the account. I'm just waiting on people to make a move. As I said,
Oh,
um the deposit amount has to be 2.6, but however, if you can't afford 2.6, however, anyhow, and then I'm just gonna also add on
yeah.
that because we are all in this together. So I don't know what's going on. Some people, I don't know. However, me, I'm ready to work. I've been ready to work.
Okay, which amount should it reach for in order to start?
um no, all of us, as we discussed before, to people that who don't know, let me clarify everything. A family account is where every one of us is gonna take out 2,650 and put it in the account. And then we're gonna make one account, one big account. We call it a family account. And then that account, I'm gonna trade that account every day until the mentorship ends.
Okay.
And then, but then here's the
Okay,
good
so
part. The good part I'm still explaining to the others. Wait, the good part,
okay, so
the good part is that monthly you will be getting your monthly payments from this. So there's an amount that you're gonna get monthly from this. Right. It's like you're in, you whatever you contributed to, it's gonna, pay you monthly for the rest of the months that are left. So for those who don't understand what are we talking about, that's a family account, right? So however how much I make 2 million, I make 3 million, you guys are gonna know because everyone is gonna have access to that account. But I'm the only person who's gonna withdraw because hey, you guys, yeah, we know, hey, someone is gonna see 5 million in that account. The next thing they vanished. So we never, to avoid that. Yes, of course. So this is what is happening for those who don't know. So and Sifundo, then the amount is 2.650 for us to take it out. But if you can't afford that, you can take however however you say no, this is where I can, it's doing something. Now it's sitting on 400.
yeah.
All I need is to for the account to all of us contribute, then I start. Or if others they don't want to start contributing that, it's fine. They have to let me know so that I can be able to start.
Yeah, because some are gonna take a long time to contribute, man. Yeah, well,
That's
so
the thing. They have to let me know.
at least there has to be an amount, yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So some for
So
me, no. Remember, no, there has to not be no amount. Take out whatever you can afford, chief. Our pockets are not the same. I can put 800. Someone can afford that.
okay,
Whatever,
okay, I
whatever you,
understand.
whatever you can fucking afford, but the price has to end at 2,650. Right?
Okay.
And also remember this. Remember, I'm not if I'm gonna pay you guys accordingly. We are all family. I'm not gonna do some. No, this is everyone who contributes to this thing. Just know you are marked.
Okay, I
Yes.
understand, man. Eh?
So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, cool, man. Thanks, man.
yes. So
Wait. One last question.
one last
Uh,
question. Okay, yeah. You're taking time, bro. We don't come on.
okay, man. We- did you send your bank details on the group or on the 12 mentorship on the 12-man mentorship group or
Did I what?
just asking, man? Where did you send your bank details on the 12 months mentorship
I will
group?
reshare. Okay, it's fine. I will reshare them again. I did send, but obviously we have a lot of messages. It's gone. I'll reshare it again.
Uh, okay, man. Thanks. Eh?
Thank you, man.
Hi, so Mnyama.
Sure, Chief. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Man, less, man.
Yeah, just wanted to have like one or two questions. The one
All right.
clarity on the red 9 and the green 9 on the 15-minute time frame, and if they can be done on the high time frame, like the 1 hour and 4 hours. I just want clarity there. And scale
You're asking.
down to for entries.
Okay, you are asking. Okay, you are asking what? Come again. You are saying the 15 minutes is doing what?
On the green 9 and the red 9, how to use the 15 minutes candlestick there, and if they can be done also on the bigger time frame, like the 1 hour, 4 hours, using the 9,
Yes, of course,
and
of
then
course, of course.
and examples if possible, and then maybe scale down for entries.
Okay, let me just give you the best answer to that. Yes, you can trade. You can use this. Remember, I did say to phase 6 that you can trade. Don't change anything when you go on the smaller time frames. No, use this thing the same, even on the higher time frames. If it gives you a 9 on the 1 hour, you can use it the same way you use it down there. It's gonna work. But just know that the speed of 1 hour and 15 minutes or 1 minute is not gonna be the same. That's the thing. I think that's the thing where most of you get confused. The speed of these things are not gonna be the same, which means on the 1 hour you have to be patient, bro. You have to be patient enough to wait. You're gonna have to wait. When I say wait, you're gonna have to wait. But the 1 hour, if it gives you good shit, you eat, because it's what longer probability. You are telling your mind, no, I can wait for this. Is why if you want to swing, you want to, for bigger holder or however trades, you have to be from the 1 hour going from the up, because the time in this timeline, it works however slow, but it's the same thing. But when we go to the 15 minutes timeline, everything is just fast. Even it's like the more you go down, the more everything becomes faster. So, and then that's where I think most of you get trapped, because you don't understand these time frames. So view it as that. If you get a 9, as you can see, you get a 9, it has to buy. So you can use this 9 as advantage to look for confirmation in the smaller time frame and then eat. Yes, of course you can do that. It works. Been doing that. Next question or next.
Samyama,
Yes.
bro, can you please clarify on the difference between an order block and an FPG, and how we can use it to, get entries?
Okay, difference between an order block and FEGs. Okay, good, correct. Now I understand that most of you, you don't know what the fuck is an order block, but then mind you, respectfully, don't mind my language. For those who don't know, this is how I speak. An order block. This is the order block. I'm gonna just find a beautiful candlestick. Anyway, you know what? Let me go here because here I can find beautiful, and I can give you guys an example of an order block, and then which ones they work, which ones they don't. Correct. Now, what is an order block? An order block, it's this candlestick. Let's say there's a move. You see, there's a move. There's a downwards move, right? This is what this. So you're gonna go back to the first candlestick that caused this move, which was what? It's gonna give you something like this. The mine, as you can see, the colors. It's very important. Listen, the colors. Mine is green, and then is white. A white one is what we call an order block before this move. So, which means before every move you see, there has to be an order block. Before every move you see, there's an order block. Before every move, there's an order block. Right? That's what we call an order block. It means that there's orders laying there, waiting to be collected before the market goes down. Right? So, and then I'm gonna mark it for you so that you can understand, because some people require visual, right? So, however, so this I'm not understand it somehow, so I'm gonna use this one because it's too small, that one, right? This is what we call an order block. All right, this is what we call an order block. So you have to know these things. Very important. This is what we call an order block, chief. And then again, if you keep going in the same shit, you're gonna go and find more order blocks. Same thing. Of course, some are gonna respect you, of course.
Can I interrupt?
You get to know. You get the whole memo of what is an order block. You get it. All right. This is what an order block is. Now, what is an FEG? An FEG, let me show you an FEG. An FEG is a gap between two candlesticks, which means before the order block forms, there has to be an FEG down there to confirm that there is orders laying there. All right. So it is so proven that the market, when the market moves normally, it has to be like the candlesticks have to be like go with each other like this. There doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be a gap. So, but if you see gaps, that's when you know, or that's how we know what the market is gonna be. There, it's gonna come. It has to come back to one of the gaps and fill the gaps, collect. So, and then like at this point, let me show you. There was a bunch of orders laying here. You see, there's orders laying here. So, if you check, and if there's orders laying here, there's sellers that are ready laying here, right? And then if you check, there's an FEG on top. All right? There's an FEG on top. Coming from where? Coming from this FEG, which this combines with what? These orders here. So meaning that an FEG is a gap between two candlesticks. So I'm gonna zoom in for you to understand what I'm talking about there. Let me just mark it here. So come on now. This mouth. Yeah. Let me zoom in for you so that you can see that there is a gap there. You see, that's an FEG. A gap. There's a gap between these two candlesticks. right? This one and this one, there's a gap. That's what we call an FEG. So, but then if you keep going, you're gonna find more FEGs, right? You can mark a lot of them. You can mark a lot of them, but you're gonna find more FEGs. And then just to show you that this is an FEG, I'm just giving an example. But this is how it is. This is an FEG. This is an FEG. There's more. You can scout for them. This is an FEG. This is an FEG. This is an FEG. But which one works? That's the question, right? Which one works? Now, for me, I love to use the extreme. I call it the extreme, which is the first one. This one, before this move, there was this one, right? I love to use this one. So basically what happens here, the reason why it sold by just touching so small here is because there were orders laying here. As I told you, there's orders. This is orders. Remember this move, before this move, there was this, before this other move. So this, if you start to see things like that's no, nah, man. The sellers are preparing for orders. Like they're busy trying to approach, right? This is a downtrend, as you can see. This thing is, it comes from here. It's just giving you signs. Left orders here, right? Which is, I believe that these orders right there in the future, it has to come back to collect them. If it didn't collect them, there is no other way. It's gonna have to come back. You see, there's nothing here, right? Trust me, it's gonna come back. To fill the orders, to take the orders here. So this are what we call big traders. They're just waiting. They pull their orders, they put their orders there, and then they're just waiting. And guess what? It's gonna come back. That's the market. That's how it goes. And then that's why they make so much money, because they know that this shit is just gonna do exactly how however it's gonna be. They know now. It's the thing of what I know, or this thing is gonna do this. So this is an FEG, and then this is an order block. That's the difference between them. And then which one does it work? Before I take too much time, I said I use the extreme one. So which means mine has to be the extreme. Before this move, there was an order block here, and then if you zoom out carefully here, there's an FEG there. Even if you go on the smaller time frame, here's just an example. You're gonna find an FEG, right? So, but then if you find yourself in a similar situation like this, where there's a high, where there's a low like this. So if an FEG is around somewhere like this here, man, my guy, take that thing. Because they support here, right? Support turned into resistance, and then it confirmed with you with what? FEG, meaning what? There are orders there. There are orders. If you look on your left, what do you see? You see a what? A white candlestick, right? Don't you see that? And then when you look up, there's just a bunch of white candlesticks going up. So which means these were orders. These were orders. They were putting orders. So which means this thing here, a whole of this thing here. If I mark from here to here, these orders. I'm giving you something that you have to understand when you see it. This is something that is, I think, most of you been wanting something like this because you don't understand what is going on in the market. These are orders right here from here to here. These are orders, been orders. These were orders, like they were just, all right? And then somehow price did break with the way we use things. Price did break. And then while it break, it gave you what? An FEG. So which means everywhere you see an FEG, if you look on your left, on your right, you're going to see orders. But if that FEG doesn't have orders, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? So to also clarify, because some people, I think they might not understand. For me, because colors are different. For me, this you see these white candlesticks, they are buyers, right? They're buyers, which means they're buyers. So those are orders. For me, it's orders for sales for me. And then the other ones is orders for buys. So that's how I put them, or for me. Right. However, you can do your research and put it however. I said for me. So especially if I know the trend, if I'm identifying the trend. So, and then we have a beautiful truth, which is I came up with, right? There's been a bunch of what? Guess what? Red 9 is showing, right? Which means you know that if there's a red 9, guess what? And then you also, before I end this question, look at this. Every red 9 that has an order, which means if a red 9 is like this green candlestick and there's a bunch of orders here, it's highly gonna respect. I don't know if you guys gonna understand what I'm saying now. Like, for example, if like let me apply the rules of whatever I told you, the high of this thing, right? And then the low of this thing, right? Let me just do this real quick. You see this? You see this? You see this? Right? There's orders here. There were orders here, right? This is why it was gonna respect. This is why, and look at this cell, bro. Look at this cell. Look at this cell, bro. It just somehow went down, but you get the whole thing, right? This is I told you about an FEG. I told you about an order block. I told you about what else. How can you know what to know? Okay, can you use this shit on the higher time frames? Can you? Yes. And then what's next? More questions must come in, people. Let's get it done.
Imrasu wakalikaina
Hey, Rawana man. Oh, ring.
awar
Yes.
ke kgopela buisha mo this it tla tshwana le follow up question agere mara ke kgopela re berekise that green 9 o ka mo 12 mo hour ya 12
o bolela ka
no ko pelenyana mo hour ya 12
eh
ge ke le mo 15 minutes time frame
yeah
ke maka 9 owe
yeah
bona
bolela
9 owe o na le FG mo yona
ya ibona
is it necessary gore ke tloge mo 15 minutes ko nyaka entry mo lower time frame or nka no tsena ka re ke moka ke bone FEG gona mo 15 minutes?
Okay. For those who don't understand, I'm gonna speak in English. He's asking that since there's the 9 here on the 15 minute, and then this 9, somehow it is an FEG, which is right. He is right. It is an FEG. But then remember, this is a green 9, right? He said, can I enter here instead of going to the smaller time frames? I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna explain. Tepo, explain. You see this 9, this was good. This is what, remember, I just told you right now. You didn't know. A few minutes ago, you didn't know. Now, this is what? This is orders, right? Because this is a what? A white candlestick for me, right? And then somehow it left a what? A green 9. And then what did I tell you guys? That this thing has to close up here for this to be a buy. But guess what happened? Did it close up here or down here? Of course, it did close down here. So that's when your light started to become what? More active. Now you know this. Guess what? There's orders. There's an FEG. If I look at that FEG, do I see orders? Oh my God, there's orders. Yes. And then that's how I know it's gonna respect. Right? Don't forget that. This is gonna save you from a lot of things. There are orders, right? Remember, if there's an FEG and there's no orders, my orders are the what? Because since this is a downtrend, I'll also do an example with, I think, with an uptrend, because yeah, this is a downtrend, right? This, which means if it's a downtrend, my orders are the what? The white candlestick. So if my orders are the white candlestick, what happens now? Price went up, order, which means the sellers are preparing, order, right? The buyers are pushing up, right? it gives me clarity of no, okay, there's orders that are coming in. There's orders that are coming in. The buyers are trying to push the market up, but they just somehow can't. It's a oh, hey, this office, this is just everyone is just panicking and stuff. Wonderful. And then somehow we got our confirmation on the things that I invented and came up with. They gave us a 9, right? And then remember, if this candlestick, closed up here, the next candlestick was gonna be a retest and this thing was gonna shoot up. But then because these are orders for what? For sellers. It did close down there. After closing down there, guess what? Guess what? It left an FEG to confirm with you. I just told you that right now. And then guess what? With your mind now, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I see orders. Okay, and there's an FEG, and it's an extreme one. Oh my God, I'm taking it. you get the whole thing. I'm taking this shit. So yeah, next question, Tebo, or yeah, I think I did answer.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be the kind of these orders go wanna go market ya retracer. It really the orders how collective bjang. So after the buys the sellers, right FEG. Why that?
And remember, this is the downtrend. So remember, of course.
Downtrend,
yes. Like here. Wabona mona before Tamai, wabona mona.
Yeah,
they left orders and they left an FEG, right?
Yeah.
Abuile ba collector the order.
Ke moka ya boela kwa go yona kwa.
Bango. So Arien Bakala, Arien, 10 minutes left. Arien, ask your questions. Ask your questions, Buffett. Getting answers today. Come on. Answer that. I'm waiting.
Hi, Enzo.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. I would like to ask the time frame for us to check a trade. What are the right times? So stick on those times because I know you're better hanging.
Okay.
And then another question is you said that we're gonna trade with us and make the 500.
Okay.
So when are we starting that?
Okay.
Those are my 2 questions.
Okay, good. So the times, let me answer about the times. The times, there's beautiful clarity on the higher time frames. Like this, I think most of you is because you are so lost in the smaller time frames. You forget that there's higher time frames, there's higher purposes. And then if I'm telling you right now, if you backtest this strategy on the higher time frames with any specific times from the times I'm gonna mention now, I'm telling you there is a high possibility that within 2 months, if you have the funds, you can become a millionaire. It has been proven, it has been done, it has been going on, and it's still going on. Now, this is the times that I use personally when it comes to this. I use the hour of 3. It can be either late or it can be either morning. I use the hour of 3. I use the hour of 4 and I use the hour of 5. Now, and I also, whoa, there's an hour of 9. It can be either morning or it can either be late. However, it's gonna do something. And then if it doesn't do something, obviously, which means you don't, and then which means to back test, I can start from the 15 minutes going up, down. Then the 5 minute, let that thing be, however, clarity for you, just or confirmation for you. That's the best way. That's how you're gonna get it. And also the higher time frames are teaching you what? They're teaching you to be patient. They're teaching you that, hey, listen, if you wait for whatever you want, you can eat. You can make that money that you want. That's the higher time frames. But the smaller time frames, Basically, we use those for scalpers, for quick money. If you want quick fun money, it's not that this one won't give you, but if you're impatient, we use the small time frames. But 15 minutes with this strategy, you can backtest in here. It's gonna be good, but it's gonna be different. Remember, times don't move the same in these time frames. From the 15 minutes, which means you're gonna have to wait for 15 minutes for another candlestick to drop. So that's when you're gonna have to do, you understand or no? Oh, okay, time moves kind of different from these time frames. And then, but all of them, they have their own clarity, which means the smaller you go, the smaller clarity you're gonna get. The higher you go, the higher clarity you're gonna get. That's how it works. And then the other question is that the reason why I haven't done the live trading with you guys is because I'm handling a lot of things at this moment. And as you can see, well, most of you can see that I haven't really traded that much. That's why, because I know my patterns. I know when to trade and I know how to the right time to trade and not the right time to trade. So remember, even this week, I saw everyone yelling, saying gold is gonna buy all week. I'm looking at them and I'm like, yeah. What is gold doing now? This guy is just he keeps going down. Hey, it's gonna buy. This is Monday, as you can see. This is 12. Hey, it's gonna buy. It's gonna buy. This is the buy they were talking about. Come on now. We all know that this is just a hype. You guys were gonna some people have been holding thinking that nah, man, nah. You have to look at this thing as a higher perspective. So the reason why I don't trade yet or I haven't done anything when it comes to that is because also let me mention a good point. There's some people in this group, they came here for a hype. There's some people in this group, they came here to play. They came here to just, push time with whatever. And then I'm watching them slowly every day vanishing because the method is so powerful. It's gonna pick up anyone who deserves to be picked up. Now, some people think it's a joke. They see me yelling and say, no, you haven't paid your subscription. They think I'm chasing money. No, nigga, I have to pay people that put together this. I didn't just put this alone. No, I have to pay the people that put this together. And then for me, I told you, I don't mind. I'm making way too much money to be worrying about someone else's money. I got my own things. I got my own business. And for people that didn't know, I don't just trade. I do business marketing. I did that thing for 7 years. I did call center for 1 year just to learn that thing. I'm a good entrepreneur. I do drop shipping. I do a lot of things. I have 7 stores that which you don't know of. I have I can name a few things. Will you get me? This is why I get to be busy. This is why most of you need to learn a lot from this young man. You don't have to no. I know my patterns. I know when to trade. I know when not to trade. And then the other reason is that this is why I'm still waiting for that, because I know that there's someone right now, he don't have food, but he's in the mentorship. He doesn't have money to go to school or transport or money for the rest of the month, but he's in the mentorship. Someone right now is facing a lot of weight from the family. They're looking at him or her, but he's he or she, whatever, they're in the mentorship, right? If you think about it in a higher perspective, this is why you'll understand why I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I'm not doing this for joking. I'm doing this to touch many lives and to change many lives, because I come from that. I come from nothing. I come from zero. It took me a lot of time to be just here with you now, this moment. It took me a lot. I suffered a lot. I lost my parents, both of them. I can't even, every celebration I do, you have to think about that. Everything I achieve in this life, I don't get to see that thing of you guys see. When you buy something, when you buy sofas at home, because you made money from somewhere that they can't even understand if you told them, you see the happiness in their face and you're like, oh man, I can't see that. That's what you have to understand. every day. You guys are my family, my real family. We can't even, yeah, we are not in good terms because they see me as this God. They only see money. It's never how are you when I'm talking with them. It's always pay this, pay that. This is my life. And then this is why I'm saying that some people are here for a hype, and I'm not. I know they're gonna vanish because they think I'm taking time. I'm not taking time. I know what I'm doing. I definitely know what I'm doing. Some people they may think I don't, but I'm watching you, you impatient bitches. I'm sorry for that. But I'm watching you. I'm watching you every step of the way. I'm observing everything because this is what this is how I literally did it for the 7 millionaires I created in my life. I was watching them every day, bro. We were 100 just there, but somehow I made 7. You feel me? So that's how it is. I'm gonna trade with you, but be patient. So next, you can ask another question.
Hey, Mentor. Mentor.
Yes.
So I need clarity on one thing. I think it's the reason why I'm struggling to understand.
Okay.
So everything that you were saying in the whole phases, I've been understanding them. So I did a checklist on myself, on my mindset, and I actually realized that as I'm applying this knowledge,
Yeah.
where I'm struggling is between the red 9s and the green 9s.
Yeah.
Because when I'm analyzing, in my mind, I'm assuming that if I see a red 9, it's always a sell, and if I see a green 9, it's always a buy. So I
Yeah.
just need a little bit of clarity there.
Okay, this thing is ending. So I'm gonna have to do another one tomorrow because it's late, right?